Hi, welcome to Jenn Jiggles. This is the second time I've done this and I just spent 34 minutes talking about stuff and I won't remember what I talked about. Anyway, I've lost 1.2 pounds. Yay! I did it. Even though I had some shit food this week, I did it. I'm very proud of myself. It is grim here in Lancashire, and I mean uber grim and cold and sinusy, and yeah. So I don't know how long this is going to be because I got really bad sinuses today. They like hurt. I've got so much pain. But I'm going to do what I can because I've already done this once and I want to make sure that it comes out. And the reason it didn't come out is because my mouth and my words weren't in sync and there was nothing to do to fix it. So I don't know what Microsoft's friggin' problem is, but you better fix your applications, dude. Okay, so 1.2 pounds. Lots of bat wing exercises. Lots of 7-minute workouts with Leslie Sansoni. Do you want to get back in there? No, you stay now that you wanted to get in there. Because I finished my top, which I'll show you in a second. I don't know if you can see it back there or not, but you can see a little bit of it. And the sleeves are too tight. They're not too tight. I mean, I can get it on. That's not a problem. It's when I shift them, it pulls the shirt up and pulls it out on the bust and stuff. So that's got to stop. So yeah, so 7-minute walks. Leslie Sansoni. Dr. Oz arm exercise things, and this is all on YouTube so you can access it. And lots of building work happened in the house this week. Ian was home. Was he home on Monday? No. He was home Friday, yesterday, day before yesterday, and today is Monday. Oh, happy Memorial Day to everybody in America. Hope your picnics aren't rained out or anything nasty like that. And I hope you enjoy it. It's a bank holiday here, so Ian's off to Chorley to see his mom and dad. I didn't go because we have some stuff arriving for Blossom today, and I wanted to be here to receive it. She's getting a new crate and some yak milk bones because he gave her a rawhide bone, and it gave her diarrhea. So we can't have dog diarrhea. And not in our house, mind, but she saw diarrhea and I don't want her to be sick. So there you go. So I'm staying home to receive that, plus get some things done and get ready for Friday because the kids are arriving on Friday with the grandkids. So yeah. And we have a video conference on Saturday with my son Jedediah, who is currently living in America. And so there's lots of things going on. Anyway, yeah, so 1.2 pounds. I was really happy given I didn't expect it. I'm not going to lie, because Friday wasn't bad. Saturday was bad. I mean, eating-wise, I wasn't good. Yesterday, it was meh. And then, yeah, I woke up this morning and thought, oh, shit, this is going to be a bad podcast day because... And I never think, don't podcast because you haven't lost weight. I always think, tell them you haven't lost any weight and own up to why. Or if you don't know why, because you were good, you know, it doesn't matter. Just, you know, say. Anyway, yeah, I was really surprised when I got home. I was like, holy shit, how'd that happen? It was probably holy shit. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to continue with that this week because I really want to wear this top that I made. And I'm going to continue with my healthy eating. We went to the market yesterday and I got watermelon and strawberries. Oh, God, what else did I get? I got extra virgin olive oil for my cooking. I only use Bertolli because we bought some stuff that was kind of off-brand at the shop where we shop every week because it saves me a shitload of money, but it was awful, so I don't care if I send it home with my kids because I'm sure they don't give a damn, and they gotta feed 2 kids, so. Anyway, yeah, oh, and you know the multi-packs of Kellogg's cereal where you get the teeny tiny boxes, got like Cocoa Puffs and all that shit in it? They had those for $1. Those aren't for me, however, those are for the kids for next weekend, and we got 3 of those, and we'll just send the extra ones home with them, because we're not giants, except for oatmeal. We don't eat a lot of cereal in this house, to be honest. There's Rice Krispies here, but those are for Rice Krispie treats. Yeah, so it's been really productive. I got some gardening done this week, and when I spent a lot of time playing with Blossom, doing fetch, all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's been tons and tons of movement this week, so I'm really pleased with it. Oh, shit. Shh. Shut up, you face. Sorry. The ticking things. Might be too late, but it probably already annoyed everybody. But anyway, yeah, I had some sewing disasters this week. We'll talk about them. I had some successes with sewing this week, and we'll talk about those. I got a magazine and some fabric, but not really fabric, it's panel. So we will talk about that very quickly. This is going to be a lot shorter than the last time I spewed on and on and on. Like I said, the bed's done. The second pillow got done. So it's the lighter one of the two. That got done. Bed's ready. It's wrinkly, but I can't do anything about that because it's partly linen and it won't iron out. So I could wash it and hang it out, but I don't even think that would help. So let's look at what we did here. I will tell you one thing I did. I got a new Ulfa mat because I put my tabletop ironing board on but didn't put the legs up and iron something, and it warped my old mat, and even putting boiling water on it and laying it out didn't fix it. So I thought if I did the whole thing and then just like stretched it and put stuff on it, it didn't work. So I had to buy a new one, and they're expensive, and I don't think my husband was very happy with me. But anyway, yeah, that was my accident for the week. Failure. A couple of those. Anyways, top's done. Got the other sleeve on. It's too tight up in my batwing area here, so it pulls my boobies across here. But yeah, I mean, I like the way it feels on my skin. It's very cool, and I'm just gonna work at my bat wings and, you know, see what I can do. Gathered at the shoulders on each side. It's gathered, obviously it's gathered in the back. This is the mistake side of the collar, so I can fix that. But again, this is for working at home. I'm going to cut a half. So I'm going to cut this top again, but I'm only going to cut the top half to practice doing this. I don't know what the hell I didn't understand the instructions. So I'm going to figure that out, because that's bugging me in my brain. So I'll use some scrap fabric for that. So that got done. Luna now has legs. Woohoo! She's got legs, and she's got a head on. She's got a head on. And she sits up okay. And she's getting her arms today. So that's really good. Other sewing things. Oh, before I show you the panel, I finally got this came with my old sewing kit when I was just a kid. I got myself a hem ruler because I needed it. It was $1.99 or some crap like that. So I took my favorite short pattern. Can't really see what I've written on there, but it says back of shorts. I took my favorite shorts, these ones, and I traced them like I've seen 8 million times on the interweb onto my new sewing pattern tracing paper. And they're significantly longer in the front than they are in the back. So I'm going to have to do something about that. But yeah, so that's the first time I've ever done that, and I have made patterns larger, but I've never just done one of my own. And I'm going to be doing another one this week that I'll show you. And then I got the plushaddicts.co.uk had their pre-Christmas sale for Christmas fabrics, because, you know, it's getting there. We're halfway there nearly. And so I got my Christmas advent calendar panel. Ta-da! And this is what it looks like. It looks like an old Victorian house. So there we go. So the little pockets are down here. I did one of these ages ago, and I mean like ages ago. But there's all the pockets. The pocketses. So I'm liking it a lot. I think it's going to be really nice. Now my husband, who's getting his workshop set up in the basement now for woodworking, because he's all excited about his guitar building again, I'm going to have him make a doll for the top with finial, wooden finials on it. And I think I'm going to have him spray paint it like a gold. But we'll see. He'll probably decide what we're going to do with that bit, and that's fine. But yeah, and then bags. What a nightmare. So I made this one, and it's fine, and it's holding something I'm going to show you in a minute. Look how tiny that is. See how tiny that is? This bag will hold 2 skeins of yarn, so 2 50-gram balls, so enough for a pair of socks, and the socks with the needles. That little tiny thing. That tiny thing. This is mine, but I'm going to be making a shitload of these this week and putting them in the shop for no money. I will probably use up some of my scrap ribbon, which probably won't match all of them very well, but I don't care because I'm going to put them up for like 5 squid for each one of them. And I love it. This bag is so cute. So tiny. But let's show you the disaster bag. More sewing. More sewing. So this bag, which I really, really like. I like the fabric. I like that I did the tabs. I like it. What I did, though, to ruin it, and now I can't sell it, is when I was cutting, trying to find it where I did it. Sorry. Anyway, I can't see it right now, but I wouldn't sell it to somebody because when I was cutting the corners on the, when I was cutting the corners for the bottom to make the bottom, I cut the lining fabric like about that much. So I can't sell it, but I can use it for myself. And there's the inside, and it's just got a little wrist handle. And yeah, so I will be making more of these, this type of bag, but obviously I can't sell this because, yeah, I wouldn't sell that kind of product to anybody. That would be bad. And then I just took the rest of the scrap fabric and reversed it and put one of my shitty zippers in, and then I didn't even cut the corners on this one on the inside because I'm going to be the person using it. So I just made a little notions pouch that's just the reverse of this. So, yeah. Unfortunately, I won't be able to sell it because it's very expensive fabric, to be honest, but there you go. That's how the cookie crumbles. Other sewing. Other than the pillows and bags that are already stored away. Yeah, that's it. There's no other sewing. Oh, and dog toys, but they don't count. So I got the Simply Sewing magazine for this month. And I got it for a reason. There's a lot of sewing magazines here, and they all give you free patterns and stuff. And the patterns aren't what drew me, because one of them I'll never make, and I'll just give it away to somebody who would like to have it, because I don't like it. It's not my particular taste, and I think it's too young for me. Sorry, 1 second. Somebody's trying to attack my computer, Norton says. Right, so, I mean, it's a typical, you know, shirt dress thing, in here. And then the rest is just, you know, skills and shows, and then basically advertisements for all sorts of, fabric that I can't afford because it's like 28 pounds. 3 times 28. So that's nearly $40 a yard for fabric. Yeah, not happy. But I picked out a couple patterns here that I really, really want to try out. One of them is a case for, you'll see it, it's here. This is a case for like a Kindle tablet. This is a project bag, okay? Now, not being funny, but that is sitting very flat on the top, and I haven't seen anybody's that sits that flat on the top. Not on Etsy, not anywhere. So I am going to make that bag and see what the trick is that they've got. And then the next thing I'm going to make, and I'm making this because, one, I like it. I think it's kind of cute. And two, it will be the first time that I actually take my measurements properly and make a piece of clothing from them. And I want to get into that more because I'd like to get a dress dummy and start doing a bit of my own. I know what style I like, but it's like nobody actually has one thing put with another, if you know what I mean. So yeah. So this is called the Cherry Pick. Now I'm going to make it longer, and nobody's as big a stick insect as this girl. I mean, look at her legs. She's got some tiny muscle on the outside of her bone and something covering it, and that's it. She's disgusting. That girl needs me as a mom because she needs to be fed. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to modify it. I'm only going to modify one thing. And here, let me just get there. You see the way they have this so it ties here? I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some measurements around here to see how tight or loose I want this to be. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 pieces of fabric. So I am going to cut the belt or the piece of fabric that you need to create that strap. And what I'm going to do is I'm then going to cut that in half, and I'm going to join them on each end with a piece of elastic, you know, and then the elastic will hide in this area, and you'll see the fabric out here, but there won't be this big floppy tie. I don't like it. I don't mind this tie in the middle, but I don't like this big thing on my neck because that would annoy me. But I think it's great. I've got the pattern paper I'll show you that I showed you for the shorts. I showed you that. I've got a really big roll of it here. So that's what I'm going to use. I've saved this little bit you see sticking out the top because Luna's nearly done, so I can start on her dress this week. So I want to get her going because I want to get her Halloween clothing line or autumn clothing line design, and I need to get her comfy chair done. So anyway, but yeah, so basically it's all pretty much on this page. So you take your measurements, right? And then the measurements are numeric. So, you know, oop, I'm on the wrong side here. So 1 through 5. And then if you come up here, you see 1 through 5. Here. Don't look at my nails. They got all dinged up yesterday when I was working. But yeah. And then they show you how to cut it out and how to assemble it. And I'm really excited to do that. It's very simple. I understand that is very simple. Holy crap. Just going to turn the camera around for a minute. That is the outside. That is what it's doing at my house right now. That's my back garden. You see all those dark spots where there's like bright green grass going? We had to kill all the moss that was in the garden. So we did. But that's the weather at my house today. We haven't had proper rain in a while, so I'm quite happy about that. But I digress. Anyway, yeah. Good little magazine. I'm really glad I bought it. I probably should put the page marker back in there. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that. The shirt dress pattern, it goes to, they say size 18. But it says 6 to 20, so I don't know. It's US size 18. So that'll be a while, but that's what it looks like when it's done. Sorry. I wish it would focus right. There we go. So that's what that looks like. That's okay. This is the top. If anybody wants this, let me know. You can have it. I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't think it's attractive. I don't know. It's too boxy. Otherwise, it'll just sit, or I'll give it to my daughter-in-law. And she can give it to one of her friends. And then there was a supplement in this magazine bag called So Homestyle. So it's just projects for around the house. And I need a new one of those. But they're like £12.99. And I'm not paying £12.99. So I'm going to use some of my cotton batting and some fabric that I already have here and pay. And I've already got binding as well. You can see the binding goes on there. I've already got binding. And I don't care what it looks like. I don't give a shit. I just, you know, underneath here is my ironing board, and then I have a big table on, and I'm not even sure if I showed you guys that yet, but I need a new cover. It's terrible. It's gross. I think you guys have seen how terrible and gross it is, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I'm going to make one of those. So I think that's all the sewing. So I got, for Gadget, I got myself a hem ruler because I haven't had one since I was about 16. No shit. So I got myself one of those. That was like £1.99 or something like that. And then for cross stitching, because I did get some cross stitching and some knitting done this week. Again, this is Donna. This is Donna Wolf. Sorry, Donna, if you're watching. It's the Old Witch's Shop by Donna Wolf. Here, I'll kind of fold it down so you can't see the whole pattern and stuff, because I don't want people stealing. But, because people do that. They're naughty. So yeah. Sorry, my ring's all twisted on me. So I'm working on that. I got a bit of that done. It was pretty grim a couple days ago. So I watched some, I don't know what I was watching. It was either watching a horror flick or I was watching Stranger Things on Netflix, and I got some more done. So the last time you guys saw this, I think I only had this post done here. So I've added the hanger to it, and I've used the pewter. God, those nails look horrible now. Look at that. It's all dinged up. I added the pewter sign, but not the hangers, because I need to order the floss for it. But I got the bats done, obviously, and I got the top of the witch's hat done because I had a little bit left on my thing from the bats, so I didn't want to waste the floss. And then I started the sign, which is another witch's hat, and that's the back of my work. I know it's sloppy, sorry. Looks a mess, doesn't it? Anyway, my needle minder, not my best one, but it'll do. So I got that done. And again, the cat one, I just have to do those damn trees and it's finished by. I can't bear to look at it. I don't know why. It's awful. Plus I've got a couple other in that box there. I have some cross stitch patterns that I really got to get to, and I've got to do some paper macheing, which I promised myself I was going to do last week, and I didn't do that, and on and on. I did show Luna, right? Luna's got legs. I don't know if I did, but there she is. Got legs, and I'm doing her arms. Knitting. Okay, and then I'll let you go because we're at 22 minutes. So this little bag again. Hang on. I will tell you how big this bag is. Luna, can you please sit there? Thank you. This little bag is 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches. Okay. I would have 50 of these things. Because it's got socks in it. And it's got one skein. And if I show you what that looks like. Sorry. I have the green to go with this. I have that much room. So I can get the green skein in there. So I can put enough wool in this bag to knit a pair of socks. And then I can just... I have another idea for bags, by the way. Anyway, yeah, so, sock. Boo shit. Hang on. I've made a mess and knotted up my wool. There we go. Made a knot with my wool. Right, so I got the heel turned this week. Sorry. Told you I made a knot with the wool. I got the heel turned this week. So, there's a heel. Heel's done. A little bit of green, you can see it this time. And I'm patterning it. Just my own thing, though. It's not anything like fancy schmancy. But basically, you're going to do, if you can see, I'm going to do zigzags. So it's zigging this way. Sorry. Which way are you zigging? You're zigging this way, down. And then now that I've come to the reverse, I'm going to go back this way, and I'm just going to zigzag up. And what I need to do is get both of those skeins on the scales, because they each need to weigh 25 grams, and then I will bind off that sock. But yeah, I mean, it's just a quick pick knit up. I haven't picked up the sleeves on my sweater. I did put that in my chair to tell myself you need to pick the sleeves up for the sweater and get that done. But yeah, so that's just a really quick way, and a teeny tiny bag for my socks. So very quickly, the idea that I had was because if I did have 50 of these, I would have 50 pairs of socks on the needles. I would, because I just love knitting socks. So what I was thinking is, you know those keychains what are plastic and you can put like a picture in, or you can put a little piece of fabric or whatever, and it's like a little frame, and then you just put the other piece of plastic down on top. I thought if I did that, I should take a picture either of the wool or of, you know, some of it knit and put it in there, and that way I could just look and hook it to the zipper with one of those lobster claws that the jingle bell's on. See the lobster claw? There you go. So hook it on with a lobster claw to the zipper, and then I could just quickly look at my bags and say, oh yeah, I want to knit on that. And there you go. It's done. It's got some minions on the inside too. But that was just leftover fabric from my minion bags. But yeah, waste not, want not, right? I got some 2-inch I got 2-inch elastic for the trundle, because basically when they're gone, I am going to strip the bottom trundle, and I am going to make elastic rings, so 2 very long rings to tighten the mattress down to that, not like uber tight, but just so when I go to make it and I've got to like tip it up, the mattress doesn't come flying off the bed itself. So I bought that. I don't know what I paid for that. It was just a few quid. But yeah, that's it. That's all she wrote. That's all she wrote. I really have to get going now because I've been an hour recording. Anyway, I hope you've had a very successful week with your dieting, and what I did, the last thing I want to close with is an email from Kim about bread. And I agree with Tony, but I don't. Sorry, Tony. I'm sorry, buddy. If I get what Tony's saying, you don't have to have toast in the morning, but you do. You got to have some carb in the morning, because that's what keeps you going during the day, period. You can eat a trough full of fruit and veg, but you are going to feel hungry at 10 o'clock if you do that. If you have oatmeal or a piece of toast, or even have a piece of toast and some oatmeal, that will keep you, that will sustain you. And because it was a big wake-up call when I saw that email, because I thought, you've moved right away again from eating breakfast, Jenny, and it's very important. So I need to get back. Besides that, I really like that oatmeal recipe you gave me, but we're putting apples in instead of the cranberries, and it's really good. So it was just, I'm glad Tony said you don't really need carbs, because, you know, you don't need a ton of carbs, but you need some. And I think breakfast is the best meal to have those carbohydrates in. I really do. You don't want to have them with your dinner, do you? Because then you go to sleep with all those carbs in your system. But breakfast is important. And I think I was not tempted to fail at lunch as much when I was having I wasn't as tempted to fail during lunchtime, i.e. eat more than I should at lunch when I was having breakfast, because I didn't feel as hungry when it came to lunchtime. So, yeah. One thing about water, I'm turning off to it. Like just plain water, I'm turning off to it. I can't have lemon because my stomach's icky with the aspirin and stuff right now, so it really burns. And I don't like cucumber, because I like cucumber in a salad, but not in my water. But I have been putting grapes and watermelon, and I got some strawberries, so I'm going to do that into my water this week, and use the rest of the strawberries to make strawberry shortcake with stevia. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to go. Me and my body that weighs 1.2 pounds less than it did last week are going to go and try to get some shit done before Ian gets back from his parents. And hopefully the rain will stop. Anyway, I hope you have a really successful week. Enjoy your holiday today. Have fun at your picnics, and I will see you in June. And I will talk to you later. Take care of yourselves. Stick to it. You can do it.